Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lee. You're watching Dark Roots Creations, and this is week 4 of Old School April. Okay, so this is from April 20th until the 26th. I will say, after adding up my points, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't do better, but I feel I was just a little burned out. But hopefully that'll motivate me to go at it again on the last few days just to kind of make up for it. So, however, I've already done better than I thought I was going to do points wise. So, all right, let's get into it. This is day 20. So first is Instagram Sad Sick April. This was to post a black and white stack. I posted this photo here, which I didn't even move these books. This was just the order that they were in. This was a stack of Freida McFadden books I have, and they were all black and white. So that worked out perfectly. Then I also finished a book. This is, the 20th was Easter, by the way. I finished a book called Abundant Grace, 40 Days of Walking in the Goodness of God, a devotional by Will and Courtney Kastner. This was just the Lent devotional that I was doing for this month, for this season. And it hit a bunch of prompts. It hit neon, book with neon on the cover. I Love Lucy, a book written by a woman or a female protagonist. Get Shorty, read a novella. The Sixth Sense, a book with a number in the title. I Know You Are, But What Am I? And Giallo, read a book with yellow on the cover. Also, unfortunately, I did have a DNF. This was also a host recommendation and buddy read, which I am so disappointed, but I wasn't getting into it. This is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. The only positive is that I could get the Tamagotchi prompt, which was to DNF at 100 pages or 50% in or more. This was like a romantasy, fantasy, cozy cottage type of thing, which I thought I would be into, but I just didn't get into it. Disappointed, but it happens. And then for a TV episode, I watched night 2 of WrestleMania. We're not even going to get into the whole WrestleMania thing. While I was editing, I realized I did finish another book. This is The Business Trip by Jessie Garcia, her debut novel. This fit a bunch of prompts: larger than life, read a book over 300 pages. I Love Lucy, written by a woman. I Know You Are, But What Am I? Scooby-Doo, read a mystery. In the Mouth of Madness, a book about books or writers. New Kids on the Block, read a new to you author or genre. I never read Jessie Garcia before. Obviously, this is her first book. This is a thriller about 2 women who go missing. One of them is a journalist. That's where you get the writer part. Scooby-Doo for the mystery, thriller mystery. You're trying to figure out what happened to these women, and all the others are kind of obvious. So this got me 6 extra points. And for make a nostalgic themed recipe for dinner, I did a traditional Easter dinner that we normally do with ham and everything else. Okay, so on the 21st, which was Monday, I only did 2 things. I did the Instagram post, which is Beetlejuice. This was to post your favorite drink, your drink you're drinking right now, something with drinks, beverages. I posted this picture here, which is my morning mint tea that I love to drink. Yeah, that was it. And I watched 8 episodes of the TV show Oz. On day 22, the Instagram post was Freaks and Geeks, and to say whether you like this show or not, your favorite episodes or whatever. I didn't watch this show. I don't know why, it just wasn't on my radar or whatever. Maybe I didn't have whatever station it came on. But so I went and I looked at like what was going on at this time. I think this came out in 2001, like what I was watching back then. And I was watching HBO. So I was watching Sex and the City. I was watching Sopranos. I was watching the show Oz. I was just all about that. So I posted this for that. That also goes along with the TV episodes that I was watching, which was another 8 episodes of the TV show Oz. So in addition to all these prompts and everything, there's also a few trophies you could win. And one of them for TV is Beast Mode. And this is if you watch 2 full seasons of a TV show that was out in 2006 or before. So I watched Oz, which was like from 97 until 2001 or something like that. It was like late 90s, early 2000s. So I watched the first full season on Monday. I watched the second season completely on Tuesday. So I got the beast mode. If you don't know what Oz was about, it was a show that took place in the Oswald State Penitentiary in a special unit called, oh my God, Emerald City, to go along with, because they nicknamed Oswald State Prison Oz, so Emerald City for the whole Wizard of Oz thing. And this was a special unit where there were certain people, it's a maximum security prison where certain people lived, and we're watching them interact with each other. And there's some main characters throughout the show. There's new people that come in, old people that come in. If you watched it, it would be like a blast from the past to just see some of these characters, who they are now, and even just to see the cameos of people that were on the show back then. It's pretty violent. It covers a ton of different topics. So if you are sensitive and easily triggered, I wouldn't watch it. But if you can handle that type of stuff, it was a great show back then. Also, rewatching it right now made me realize that shows that take place in prison kind of are like, they age well because you're in prison. There's no there's no technology. Everybody's there for a crime. Like, murder is still murder now. It was 200 years ago. So in that way, and you're in such an isolated place, it's blocked off from the rest of the world. So you're just kind of in this like bubble, which still held up today. And I really enjoyed it. It's like, messed up as like the things I enjoyed were, it was a really good show. And I got my Beast Mode trophy. So for Monday and Tuesday, this was like my life and what I focused on. You ever notice how as soon as you go to film something, all of a sudden everybody wants to text you, all these notifications come through. It's just like, oh, you couldn't have done this 20 minutes ago. But if you know, you know. If you don't, it's annoying. Anyway, let's move on to day 23. So Sad Sick April was an indie book, and I put in Papa's Teeth, which I read last week. So I put the book cover here. TV episode, I watched Dynamite, which is wrestling. And then I attended 2 Old School April sprints. And yeah, that was day 23. Okay, day 24 was outfit of the day. I think this was to show your nostalgic outfit, a band t-shirt, a movie t-shirt. And so for here, I put on this Top Gun shirt, which ironically I also have on again right now. But yeah, so that was for the Sad Sick April Instagram post. I attended a sprint during that day as well. And I did a crossword puzzle. I'm going to count that as a board game because it was still like a physical type of, writing out in the crossword puzzle thing. Didn't do much else this day because this day The Accountant 2 also came out, and I wanted to go see that. That has Ben Affleck in it, John Barenthal. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So we went and watched that, and that was kind of like the rest of the night. On the 25th, the Sad Sick April Instagram post was Lisa Frank, Something Colorful. So I posted this picture here. This was the Lent devotional that I was going through, along with the bookmark that I had, the highlighter I was using, and just some Post-it notes, which together was very colorful. I really like this one. And yeah, that was it for the post. I also finished a book. This was Always a Bridesmaid by Erin Clark. I hadn't originally planned on reading this. I just needed an audiobook to go to work for the day. And yeah, I read it, I listened to it over like 2 days, but I just needed something. So this was like an Audible exclusive. So I just picked this one up for the ride to and from work. So this this is about a girl who kind of hires herself out to be a bridesmaid and kind of coordinates for brides, whatever they need, helping with the bridal party, helping organize, kind of like a wedding planner. And in this one, she is asked to be the maid of honor and keep it a secret from everybody else in the group. Like the groom doesn't know, the best man doesn't know, and now she has to work with these people and the fallout from that. This is also So now being maid of honor, she's very close in this. She's doing everything like it's the maid of honor. And her best friend Zelda had recently eloped and got married. And she's feeling very upset about it because she would have loved to be the maid of honor for her friend. So feelings all around. Also, if I didn't say this already, but the best man already knows that she's like a fake. He didn't know the bride ahead of time. Um, he doesn't really even like her, and so but he does find out that she's not an actual friend and that she isn't who she says she is. So there's that whole thing playing on, and of course, there's a romance that goes along with this and everything else. So prompts that it hit was I Love Lucy, a book written by a woman or a female protagonist. Singing in the Rain, a book featuring music or musical elements. I actually even wrote down the note Dancing Queen is stuck in my head because it's a wedding. So they were doing dancing at the reception, and Dancing Queen was one of the songs. ABBA, they did some karaoke that was all stuck in my head the whole time. I'm going to have to listen to something after this so I make sure it doesn't get stuck in my head again. The Young and Restless, read a romance, a smart book, or a saucy book. This was definitely a romance in it. Breakfast Club, book with food on the cover or in the story. Again, they had a reception, there was food, they talked about food. Also, two of the other characters like started a cafe, so there was a lot of stuff around that. I Know You Are, but What Am I? Eye on the cover, or either an eyeball on the cover or the letter I on the cover. Giallo, read a book with yellow on the cover. This is a stretch, but not really a stretch since this is an Audible exclusive and this is the only edition available. There is the Audible banner, which is yellow on the cover. Nirvana or grunge, read a used or borrowed book. Wait, can I count that for this one? Yeah, because it was a borrow, it wasn't a keep. Because like I didn't buy it because it was it was part of the plus thing, so it's just a borrow. And New Kids on the Block, read a new to you author or genre. This was my first book by Erin Clark. So that got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points off of this one. I think that was all I had for that day. Hang on. Yep, that was it. And the 26th was Cool Crafts. For this one, I chose to do this Lego right here, this Lego orchid. My husband got me this for my birthday, and I finally put it together. I will say I was feeling very proud of myself in the beginning building this. There are supposed to be 5 flowers on it. There's only 4 because I was missing 2 pieces to attach the 5th flower, to the stem. I did get frustrated at one point, but I pushed through. I got it done. It is now sitting right up there for decoration. So did that. I watched an episode of Collision, which is wrestling. I attended 2 sprints last night, and I did another crossword puzzle, so that was the nostalgic board game. Okay, so that was week 4. That gave me a total of 48 points. I mean, any points are better than none. The problem was I really focused on that beast mode trophy that I wanted, and I should have spent that time reading and watching. That would have got me a lot more points than this did, but they suckered me in with the offer of a virtual trophy, so I decided to go for that. It gives me a better plan strategy for next year as far as keeping my focus on the right things, but still had a lot of fun for that. So here is the old school April activity tracker, just to recap. The crafts are completely done. So 10 watch parties for the sprints. So I changed up the color for this week to a purple. So that got me 4 more sprints for a total of 8. The childhood pictures done, the beverages is done, the themed ambiance, the songs, the videos. Watching the videos I'm already done with. I've still participated in every day of Sad Sick April, which also gets you a trophy, which is why I'm being so consistent with that. An activity when I was a kid, I have posted 5 videos, vlogs, or reels so far. I used a wheel generator. I've done 3 board games, 1 video game, 2 nostalgic accessories, costumes, outfits, and I made a total of 7 nostalgia themed recipes. So that's where we're at with that so far. We are only have a few more days left to this. I'm looking forward to finishing, but I'm also excited and happy that I participated. So that's it for me. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Your support means a lot to me, and I love connecting with our amazing community. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe to stay updated with my latest videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.